this is Diana from Girl Reinvented, and this is Piper. Say hi, Piper. Hi. Hi. So I haven't posted in a while, and I thought this is perfect timing. Why? Because it's springtime. And what does springtime mean? What does springtime mean, Piper? It means camping. And what does camping mean? It means that Camping World is carrying my Girl Reinvented line of dish towels. Yay! In all 120 stores nationwide. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right, Piper? Like, oh my God. Oh my God. What's up? Go buy my mama's towels. Oh my God, you're so excited. Yes, it's kind of crazy. So you can also buy them online, and I will post the link down below so you can buy them online. And not only is Camping World a phenomenal company because they carry my dish towels, that's a big reason. You want to get down, baby? It's a huge reason, right? But they're more than that. There's this huge Make America Great Again, this whole Made in America, Buy American, big movement that's happening, right? Well, Camping World has been like this all along. That's who they are at their core. They have this vendor summit twice a year. It used to be once a year, but it's so popular that they decided to do it twice a year, where the average person can go down and actually schedule a meeting with a buyer and present a product or even just an idea. And that's pretty cool, because when do you have the opportunity to actually meet with a buyer? So I thought, fantastic. I have this new exciting line of towels that I'm making, and completely absurd because I hadn't even sold one yet for me to go down and meet with them. But I thought at the very least it's going to be a learning experience. And who knows, they may not even accept my meeting, right? They may, because so many people apply, and there's just so many buyers and just so much time. Anyway, they said yes, and immediately I called my friend Chris at Little Guy Trailers, Liberty Outdoors, and asked. I was like, "Is this for real?" Right? I looked online, there were no textiles on their website, so I was like, "This is kind of crazy." So he's like, "Nope, it's for real. Do it. It's honestly for real. It's legit." So I was like, all right, awesome. So in retrospect, I don't know who's crazier. I don't know if I'm crazier because I jumped on a plane to go meet with them, or if they're crazier because they said yes, right? Okay, so I'll tell you a quick story. So Girl Reinvented, right? What is Girl Reinvented? I gave up everything in 2010. I decided life was too short. I wanted to experience something different. I wanted to reinvent myself. I was in publishing, living in New York City, super happy, I think, right? I was happy, but there's more out there, and I won't ever know unless I try. And it wasn't just my own, there were outside forces adding to this change of perspective that I had. I had randomly met 3 paralyzed inner city kids living in the Bronx in a nursing home. They'd all been paralyzed for different reasons, but they all ended up in this nursing home in the Bronx with barely 2 nickels to rub together, yet they were more content and happier and more grateful than anyone I knew. And the more time I spent with them, the more I had this paradigm shift. I had this the way I thought about everything just started to change. My whole perspective on what matters, and what am I doing, and what am I saving for, and is this what I'm meant to do for the rest of my life? And there's so much more. And anyway, so being with them, really, they were the catalyst that gave me the courage to basically walk away from everything, and just go after my dreams. And to be honest, I wasn't even sure what those dreams were, but I knew I'd always possibly wanted to live in California. I knew I wanted to start doing yoga. I knew there was more out there, and publishing, good to me, but is that what I was going to do for the rest of my life? And unless I actually cut the umbilical cord completely, I would never know. So I set out on a road trip, 30-day road trip in my car, staying in hotels, which was a very big deal for me, very big deal. But then when I got to Michigan, everything changed. I ended up buying a teardrop camper, and one thing led to another, all organic and insane. I ended up living in a teardrop trailer with my dog, not that dog, for the better part of a year. And it was life-changing, on too many levels to talk about right now. But basically, I didn't realize how much I needed to be alone until I was. And so I have this affinity, this huge connection to that segment of society, right? Like they're just so grounded. And, here I am camping, weaving myself into the fabric of America as opposed to staying in hotels where I'm kind of sitting on the surface and like checking in and checking out and then getting back in my car, right? I'm all of a sudden camping and I'm all of a sudden, I'm there's no socioeconomic barriers between us, no religious barriers between us. There's nothing between us. We're all on the same level, and we're so close to nature, and it was so much deeper, the experience, than I ever could have imagined. And once I started camping in a tent first. I set up 2 tents because I thought someone would be less likely to murder a group of people. So I set up 2, which I think was brilliant. And then once I started camping in a tent, I then Googled in my tent on my computer little campers, and I came up, the picture of the teardrop camper popped up, and I fell madly in love, and I knew I had to have one. So I ended up buying one while I was in Michigan, and then that's it. And that's how the story goes. So you might be like, okay, why Camping World, right? Well, Camping World is honestly the first account I even thought of, because I think I am Camping World, right? Like I'm Camping World. Camping World should carry my stuff. Anyway, so let me back up. I started this textile company, and since I quit, I've had just a few. My purpose in life is very myopic, right? It's just follow my heart. Doesn't follow my heart, right? Be grateful, be thankful, be in the moment, follow my heart. Like that is all I do. So I want to do things I've always dreamed of doing, and I've always wanted to learn how to sew and all these things. Okay, so that's how I now have a textile company. Okay, so I have this textile company. Oops, sorry, something just popped up on my screen. And I find this towel that I source from my online store, dishrags.com, 2Gs, dishrags with 2Gs. So I find this towel that I really, really like. It's this really nice modern towel. And I use it for my charitable brand extension to Charity Rags with 2Gs. Get it? 2Gs, Charity Rags. But I now have this meeting with Camping World, and I think this towel is not too nice, but they're campers, right? Like it's so modern. Like, so I felt like I needed something different. So I taught myself how to sew with a serger, and that puts like this really nice like rolled hem, colorful rolled hem. Here, I'll show you real quick, even though I don't know if you can see it, but can we see it? It's kind of like bright and weird. It puts this rolled hem around the edge. So I taught myself how to do it. I sourced some fabric. So I cut the fabric, sewed this hem around all of these samples. I put all of these cute designs on, a bunch of towels. I loaded my briefcase, jumped on a plane, and went to Camping World to present my line. Never in my wildest dreams that I think that they say yes. Never. Like I said, they're crazier. Mm-hmm. So I get there, they say yes. I wanted to kiss Kristen, the buyer. Like it was really, really kind of crazy. But jump ahead, then it really hit me. Like I never misrepresented myself. Like I'm a one-woman shop. I work out of a garage. Like that's what you got. But they're all about giving American entrepreneurs a chance. We love Camping World. We really do. So, but I quickly realized, like, holy insane. And then I blame Richard Branson, because Richard Branson says, say yes, and then you figure it out, right? And that's normally true. But Richard should really put a disclaimer, right? Because irrational, insane people like me are going to take his advice a little too seriously. So when Camping World called and asked, like right around Christmas time, right? They're asking for 500 sets, 1,000. They're asking for 500. I was like, sure, of course I can do that. Not a problem, not a big deal, right? And then a few days later, they upped it to 1,000 sets. Again, sure, of course I can do it, no problem. And then within 2 weeks, it had jumped to 1,500 sets. And then I get an email like, are you sure you can do it? Of course I'm sure. Yeah, then I had a nervous breakdown by myself. And I figured, okay, holy moly, I have to figure out how to do this, like how to outsource production. Of course I can figure it out, right? Okay. I won't even get into that right now. That's for a whole nother story. But I promise to be truthful and talk about the ups and downs of starting a business from nothing in a garage. And let me tell you, it's really, really hard. I'm so unbelievably grateful for the opportunity because I've learned so much. It's ridiculous. So let me show you the towels. Okay, let's see. Here's one. So this is from like the Lord of the Rings guy, J.R.R. Is that it? Tolkien. Not all who wander are lost. Yes, I think the original is not all those who wander are lost. Anyway, then if you notice, there's also this sticker on here that I went out and made sure I designed and put on there that says handmade in America, because never again will you walk into Camping World and see anything handmade, right? It's like walking into Walmart and seeing a handmade item. It's not going to happen. At one point, Camping World called and they were nervous. They're like, Diana, we've never had anybody hand make an item. And I was like, I promise you it'll never happen again. I will make sure there's production in place next time, but I am filling this order. Like, I'm with you for the long haul. Like, ooh, dude. I'm out of my mind. Okay, number 2. Blessed are the curious, for they shall have adventures. Really deep, right? Like, it's good stuff. Yes, right? Little hiker. Really cute. And then the 3rd, which is my favorite, we're getting really metaphysical here, like really deep. When life hands you lemons, add tequila. Just because it's true. That's why. Anyway, so I channeled Martha Stewart when I went down to Camping World. I was Martha Stewart. I'm like, I taught myself how to serge. I put on this really cute rolled hem. I was Martha Stewart. And it turns out I really was Martha Stewart. The problem is I was Martha Stewart in jail for months, like 18-hour days, except the only problem is Martha Stewart's jail cell, I kind of guarantee it, the one in New Bedford, I think it was New Bedford, I guarantee her jail cell was bigger than my workspace. I definitely think she had like better conditions. I lost years off my life. My hygiene suffered. Lost weight. I was totally malnourished. Like, it was so unbelievable. So I implore you, America, go buy my towels, right? Piper, tell them, right? Go buy my dish towels, please, please. So I just sourced this new towel. You know, like the flour sack towels, they're so absorbent and beautiful. And so I found this really nice, like 30 by 30 big flour sack towel that's really beautiful, already sewn hem edge. Like, I sourced so many and I just found one that I really love. So I just sent it to Camping World to see if, of course, I will still keep fulfilling stock of these, of course. But you gotta ask. I'm gonna see if I can transition them over to a towel that's easier to produce. In America, if there's anybody out there that is good at helping with this kind of thing, give me a ring. No, but still, we'll see, right? They're a business and they have to do what's right for them, but I'm kind of like super crazy praying that they like the new towel. And I put really cute designs on there too. So I just sent them to them. But either way, my 1,500 sets are in store right now. You can go to campingworld.com and you can buy them. Okay, so go buy my towels. Happy spring, happy camping, and please go camping, right? It's really what makes America great. All right, I know, we hate that saying. It's so overdone. But still, like, put down your cell phones, get out there, enjoy, experience nature in America with your family. You know, go to the national parks. Like, I promise you'll be better for it. Okay, so, bye. Wow, that was really long. Holy shit.